What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the Adidas collaboration with Fear of God Athletics on this one basketball in the carbon colorway. So with all the news surrounding Jerry Lorenzo's collection with Adidas finally releasing, this Athletics one basketball silhouette is probably their marquee model. So these released on the Fear of God website along with the Adidas confirmed app here in Canada, and they were released through a raffle here in Canada, which I successfully hit on December 5th, and they retailed for a price of $250 or $325 here in Canada. So alongside this carbon colorway, there's also a carbon/sesame colorway as well, but that one was not available here in Canada. And this shoe is very similar to the Nike Fear of God 1 in that it's kind of an intersection between fashion and basketball. And in many ways, you'll see the same design language on the Nike Fear of God 1 adopted on this Adidas version very similarly. So the box that this comes with, I have to say, was very premium. First of all, the actual box itself, it comes in this cardboard sleeve which has the size and name of the shoe, and then the box itself is very sturdy, very rigid. We have this raised Adidas 3 stripes in black on the very top. And then on the sides of the lid, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but we have Adidas Fear of God branding, and this is visible on both sides of the box. And then just like the Nike Fear of God 1, each shoe is individually packaged in this metallic silver with Adidas Fear of God branding on the front. So this is just one example of how that Nike Fear of God design language is carried over to the Adidas counterpart. So as for the shoe itself, so jumping right into the details, on the toe box, first of all, you can see this is covered in this TPU fuse layer, which gives you added durability and this no-sew look. Right above this, looping through the very bottom lace, we have this woven strip in black, and then on the sides of the shoe, we have the Adidas 3 stripes, and this is crafted using a black colored TPU, which gives you additional support and structure on the sides of the shoe. Underneath this, we have more of that fuse layer, and then underneath this you can see we have this black colored knit, which is what the under layer of the shoe is actually constructed out of. And then you can see the very back eyelet, it loops through this string which is embedded within the body of the shoe. And then on the back of the sneaker, we have another one of those woven straps which we saw earlier on the tongue, and this gives you the customization option of looping your laces around the back. And then this ankle collar area right above this is actually constructed out of a black colored neoprene, which is pretty stretchy, giving you a bit more ease to get your foot in and out of the sneaker. As far as the laces go, so these come with one lace option, and they're a thick rope style lace in black. They also come with this lace loop or lace toggle, which is done in this matte finish. And then underneath this, you can see the tongue is also constructed out of neoprene, just like the ankle collar area. But we also have this adjustable cord around the ankle collar area, which helps to give you additional lockdown. So on the interior of the shoe, we have these additional pillows on either side of the back, which helps to cradle and support the back end of your foot where your Achilles is. And then as far as the insoles go, so these come with a foam line insole, but it's covered in suede on the top, and we have Adidas branding debossed on the heel. So the upper of the shoe, it sits atop this molded, very chunky, semi-translucent rubber cup sole. And encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, we have Adidas Light Strike foam, which is a very lightweight foam technology, which is very responsive. And then on the heel, we have this rectangular bar with Fear of God branding. Taking a look at the bottom, so the outsole here is the exact same as the midsole. So this is like a smoky, semi-translucent rubber, and we have a very simple traction pattern, basically a thick herringbone which runs from heel to toe. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, so this shoe definitely runs snug. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and based off of recommendations I read online, I went up half a size, so I got these in a size 10.5. So trying them on, I could already feel straight out of the box that even though I went up half a size, it still felt a little bit snug. So if you look at the shoe from the top down, you can see how there's a pretty extreme taper around the toe box area where it gets to a pretty narrow point up top. So because of that, I could feel a little bit of discomfort around the toe box area. So even though I went up half a size, I could feel that pressure around the sides of my foot, and it felt pretty uncomfortable. So I feel like at minimum, you would go up half a size. If you have a narrow or normal width foot, half size up should be fine for you. But if you have a really wide foot, I'd probably recommend just skipping the silhouette altogether. Or if you really want to wear these, then go up a full size and just deal with the extra length. And in terms of the comfort of the shoe, this was actually a bit surprising. This was actually a lot more comfortable than I expected. You can actually feel a decent amount of cushioning underfoot. It's not super soft and plush, but it's a bit more on the bouncy and responsive side. So it's definitely not a dead feeling sneaker underfoot. You can feel that springiness for sure. It's just a shame that the sizing of the shoe was a little bit off because the underfoot feeling was okay, but the fit of the shoe was what caused me problems. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, so the entirety of the shoe is all made out of synthetic materials. So we have these meshes, these nylons, fuse overlays. So there's really nothing premium about the material quality, but I felt like the build of the shoe was very, very good. It was basically flawless. There were no issues that I could see. Getting these in hand, you can really tell that this is more of an elevated product. And while the material quality doesn't reflect the price point, I think that the presentation, the box, and the build of the shoe definitely does. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet. I'll lace them up for you and I'll show you guys how these look. Overall, I am not mad at all about this Adidas Fear of God 1 basketball model. I think it actually looks pretty good design-wise, and I gotta give the edge to the carbon and sesame colorway, but I think this all carbon colorway is still pretty cool in its own way. It's a very sleek, very aggressive looking silhouette, and it's definitely very stylish. In fact, it's probably too stylish for someone like myself. I don't think I dressed the part that I could pull off this model, but it's definitely a shoe for people that are extremely stylish, people that rock essentials or Fear of God regularly. I think this would work really well with that look. It's just not something for me. And obviously the price point of the shoe is extremely high. That kind of explains why the shoe is still sitting completely on the website. And I have doubts whether Adidas would actually drop the price on the shoe and put them on sale. If anything, they just might take it off the website completely. But I think for maybe around $200 US, that's probably a bit more of a fair price for this model. And I could see people biting on this shoe for that lowered price point. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this silhouette? Is it something you think you can pull off? Is it not really your style? Is the price point too high? What's the reason why these are sitting? And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow me on Twitter or X at sean.go spelt out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Hopefully I helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in my next review.